working on chakra 2 today. If you would please place your phones on a courtesy mode. Oh, my phone's over here. I'm using my phone. Yeah. Sorry. I was like, where's my phone?
I need to angle that.
Thank you. That is what older people do. Skila. It's not an older person thing. It's I'm preoccupied thing.
My favorite is, where are my glasses? Of course, I'm wearing them. Where are my glasses?
Yeah. Yeah. I literally walked out of the house yesterday I was seeing a girlfriend for her birthday. I'm walking to the kitchen to get her gift. I see my hat. I'm like, oh yeah, I need that hat. Okay, bye. Gift at the counter. Yeah, exactly. It happens. All right, so chakra 2. Chakra 2 is the bundle of nerves that regulates the bowel, the excrematory functions of the body, and also regulates hormones and reproductive organs. Chakra 2 with chakra 1 oftentimes can get kind of energetically, they can lose tone or circulation, usually because of sitting. It impairs circulation to these areas. Also, the muscles can get really tight when we sit. So this muscle can get tight, but it's not strong. And when this muscle gets tight, there are parts of your low back that are actually overstretched with tension from sitting. So think of like a rubber band. It's stretched, but there's a lot of tension. So we're not focusing on stretching your low back. We're going to focus on strengthening the low back and stretching and strengthening the front of the hip for chakra 2. Let's come to standing at the top of the mat. Everyone has a yoga block. All right. Let's take the block. I like it in the most narrow position to begin, placing it between the knees and the thighs. I have the block lengthways, so my body is able to interpret some sensation below the knee and above the knee. Let's take a look at our feet. If you know that this feels very uncomfortable, if it's too narrow, go ahead and take it out one time. You can take it out one time and open up the hips a little more. Your body gets to choose. Let's soften the knees, roll the shoulders down and back, bring the hands in at the belly button and below the belly button. Lower the chin and begin to think about the breath coming into the body through the nose and dropping down into your stomach. This is a diaphragmatic breath. We want this part of the body to move with every inhale and exhale. Inhaling in through the nose, pressing out through the lowest part of the abdomen. Exhale as if you're blowing out birthday candles. And pull the stomach muscles in tight. Inhale, pushing out through the abdomen. Exhale. The color for chakra 2 is bright orange. It's a bright, juicy orange color. The element is water. Begin to perhaps interpret the breath in such a way where there's a flow, there's a fluidity to it. Every time we inhale, we're gently allowing the breath to press against the abdominal wall, and then exhale, pulling the abdomen back into the spine. Start to get in touch with like the wave-like motion of the breath. Inhale, the breath rushes in, and then exhale, the breath pulling away. Inhaling in through the nose, exhale. You may want to interpret the breath like an orange wave of light bathing over the body. Naturally, this wave of energy may want to build up to your heart as we inhale. And then the breath pulls away and recedes from the heart down to the belly, out the body. Inhale, belly, ribs, heart. Exhale, heart, ribs, and belly. Let's try a couple more like this, tuning into the wave-like motion of the breath, envisioning the color orange. If your mind is not seeing the color orange, that's okay. There is a specific part of the brain that interprets color, seeing through the mind's eye. Consider other qualities. It's that fluidity. It's the seamless transition from inhale to exhale, a wave of breath rolling in, and then seamlessly rolling out. When you're ready, take the arms out to the side. Let's flow with that rhythm. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And just like we're swimming, big backstroke. Exhale, sweep it back and bring it down. Inhaling up and overhead. Exhale, back and around. Take up as much space as possible. Expansive movements are proven to be healthier for warding off things like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Big movements. You could even make it have a little bit of a spark. Inhale up, exhale. Two more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Big breath in, big exhale. Let's take the block out from the knees and the thighs. Keep the feet at the same distance. Taking the block onto the tops of the thighs as we press the hips back behind us. The block is here as a physical reminder to keep the chest and the spine lifted and neutral. You can push into the block at any height in an effort to maintain a nice long spine. If the block wasn't here, usually our bodies, they want to do this, right? So this is what we call a muscle activation technique. It's a tool to encourage awareness and dynamic energy in the body. Let's do a little cat and cow with this. Bend the knees. Inhale, push your hips back more. Try not to tuck the hips under too much. You really want to push the hips back. Close your eyes and notice if there's any tension at all in your sphincter area. Try to relax it.
Okay, what is that?
Your sphincter is where your excrematory functions leave from, the bowel.
I don't really think about that, though.
A lot of people don't, but a lot of people tend to tighten their butts too much. And when you tighten those muscles there too much, it can contribute to a lot of bladder dysfunction, hemorrhoids, and blood pressure issues. Because if that muscle's tense, it affects blood pressure. Oh, and it can make you tighten your jaw too much. So usually when people tighten their jaw a lot, I know they're also clenching their butt too much. All right.
I don't know, thank you.
Don't get that clencher. All right. Inhale. Hey, I think we all need to get as comfortable talking about our butt as we feel talking about our thumb. All right. Just another body part. It's essential. It's an essential body part. When you're ready, exhale. Tuck the tailbone under without clenching. So we're not doing like the Jane Fonda, like, okay? We're doing, now you know not what to do.
Yeah.
Thank you. You got the full show.
I couldn't do it anyway. Oh my God.
I'm just creating all kinds of new visuals here. If I see somebody clenching their jaw, what am I gonna be thinking?
So the movement you don't want is the dog dragging its butt on the carpet.
Yeah.
That's what you don't want. You want a little mobility. You want to come forward a little bit, but it's not the. Okay, it's not like that. Okay, enough. Enough. Okay, from here, hips press back, push down into the block. We're doing a standing back bend. Some of you have heard me call this like a chicken pose because it looks like a chicken, right? Inhale, big breath into the chest. Stay there. Exhale, slowly tilt the tailbone and then bring the shoulders to neutral. Inhale, flip the tailbone back, push down into the block. Maybe even open your throat. Look to where the wall meets the ceiling. Exhale, small tuck of the tailbone, so it's a contraction in the navel, and then neutral with the shoulders. One more. Inhale, hip hinging mobility, strengthen the upper spine. Exhale, micro movement hinge, micro movement in the spine. Let's take the block and come to standing. Bringing the block into our hands in the longest position. We're starting at the top of the mat with plenty of space to step back. Lower the block down in front of the chest and squeeze the palms into the block. Pull the elbows in tight as well. Let's step the left foot back. Both legs are straight. Inhale, both arms come up overhead. Exhale, bend the right knee. Pull the block down. Pause, flip the hips back and come forward. As we inhale, push into the right leg. Slowly begin to straighten the leg and come up to standing. Exhale, bend the right knee. Coming down, flip the hips back and maybe take the block towards the floor. So this is a functional movement. How do I go down to the floor to pick something up? Pull it up, start to straighten the right leg. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, take down the Christmas tree. Put it into the box with all the ornaments. Inhale, pick up the box. Put it in the attic. Christmas is over. Exhale, bring it down. Pick up your Valentine's. Decorations. Bring them up. Hang all your little hearts and garlands. Bring it down. Put it down. Pick up your Mardi Gras. All right, pick up a bottle of gin. Inhale.
Okay.
Exhale. Inhale, reach, both legs straight. Exhale, bend the knee. And reach down. Let's try this a couple more times. The repetition is key when it comes to creating new healthy patterns of movement. Repetition is key when it comes to making behavioral changes with resolutions. It's the choice to move with awareness. That's what both of these have in common. So in an effort to move with awareness, remember to straighten the right leg a little more on the way up. Bend the right leg, the right knee a little more on the way down. At any point, close your eyes, even for a fraction of a moment. Allow the body a little bit of time to tune into feeling its way through these movements rather than being overly dependent on eyesight. Organically, the body learns by feeling. This is why even infants at first have limited depth and color perception. It's too stimulating. It's too much to process. The most organic and foundational information that our body needs is to feel its way through movement. We'll try one more, and you can close the eyes at any time. Ease into it. This is working with the theory of adaptation. Move slow. Hold the block overhead and bend the front knee. Let's step forward, peeling off that back foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, block in one hand. Bring it down and between the knees. Let's practice a little symmetrical flow. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Chair flow. Exhale, back and around. Palms facing up. Bending the knees, hips hinging back. Inhale up. Exhale down and around. Shoulders stay retract back and down. Inhale up. Exhale, hold this one down, building strength in the thighs. As we're holding this expression of chair, maybe close the eyes while the body is still and notice those parts of the body that may be putting in the most effort. It could be any part of the body. Anatomically, it is a lot on your upper legs. If your arms are out, it's a lot on your shoulders. You could always put the hands down on your legs, prop up the spine, and really saturate that strength in your lower body. Another way to experiment with this pose is lifting the heels, shifting forward just enough to swipe a credit card under the feet. Squeeze that yoga block so that you have a lot of energy pulling into the midline and core. On the count of 3, act surprised. Exhale all the way. 1, 2, 3. And hold it. Hold it right there. Don't move. Big inhale. Lift your eyebrows. On the count of 3, say hee. Big inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hee. Good. Good. This is serious, y'all. This is real serious. All right. This is yoga therapy. It's real serious. Okay, let's bring that block up with us. Take it between your hands. Extend the arms up and overhead. Big breath in. Reach. Exhale. Set your body in extended mountain. Let's step our right foot back this time. If you recall the movements we did on the other side, if it felt very unsafe, if you think, wow, I did not feel confident, then shorten up that stride. The longer the stride, the more you're about to do the splits. So shorter stride, usually more confidence for the body. Both legs are straight, arms are overhead. Exhale, bend the left knee. Press into the block, pull the elbows in, flip the hips back. 3 of these. Inhale, straight leg. Option to look up. Exhale, bending the left knee, looking towards the floor, flip the hips back. Why are we flipping the hips back? The hips have to hinge to realign the low back, the lumbar spine to neutral, so weight can go into your legs, which are the most supportive muscles and bones. If we don't bend the knee and flip the hips before we go down, it increases injury to your spine and hips and sciatic nerve. Both legs straight, inhale up. Exhale, bend, hips back, reaching down, inhale up, and reach. Keeping the right leg straight as much as possible. All of that energy and momentum is in your left knee. It's momentum, but it's not like a radical movement. I would say it's momentum like a slow roll, right? You're coming to a rolling stop with it. Forward with the momentum, pause, hip engagement, gentle reach, inhale, gently straightening. Now, option to try closing the eyes a few times. You could always pause. We could break up the movement, dissect it so that you give yourself maybe 2 or 3 breaths to execute one flow. So instead of 1 breath, 1 movement, move a little slower. From last week, no one ever said I moved so slow with so much intention that I got hurt. No one ever said that. I moved so slow with so much awareness and intention that I had an accident. That rarely happens. Yoga is all about the art of observation. Noticing that there is space to observe what the body wants based on feeling, based on breathing patterns. And when we say feeling, what you notice in your body is equally important to an emotional reaction from a pose. Let's do one more. Eventually pausing. Extending the arms up and overhead. Exhale, take the block in one hand and bring it around on top of the thigh, both hands onto the block. From here, lift your right heel, bend the knee, swivel your heel back so both toes are aligned forward, and now step the foot forward. Taking the block between the knees and thighs, both toes facing the top of the mat. Inhaling, arms overhead, extended mountain. Exhale, back and around, chair position. Squeeze the block, rock forward, lift the heels. Heels down, inhale up. Squeeze the block, exhale, bring it down, heels up. Two more, inhale up. Exhale, squeeze, heel lift. Last one, inhale, soft grasp on the inhale. Squeeze on the exhale, small lift. Drop the heels, inhale up. Exhale, hands to the thighs. Let's take the block to the top of the mat. I'm going to turn away at this time for the next sequence because the left and right gets really confusing to interpret. And because we're going to move into different planes of movement, it's easier for you to copy me when I turn my back away. So my block is at the top of the mat still. Inhaling the arms up and overhead. Stepping the left foot back with casual stride and bending the right knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, turn your left heel in and face the long left edge of your mat. I'm going to come over here, so hopefully I'm still visible. Let's look at our back left foot. At the most, the edge of your left foot is parallel with the back edge of your mat at the most. Another option is to push your heel back. So your back left heel is the part of your body farthest away from you. This is important. If your toe starts to angle out too much, it can pinch nerves in your hip. Let's look at our right foot. We might want to walk it in a little bit. The alignment is called heel to arch. If I was to lift my right toe and drag my heel back, it would line up with the arch of my left foot. I've been practicing yoga for I don't even know how many years now, and I still do that. I still will draw a line back just to double check. It's as useful as lefty loosey, righty tighty. Okay? If there's anything to remember in yoga, heel to arch, heel to arch. There are always exceptions. Take a look at the right knee. If it is twisting in, press your knee out so that when we bend the right knee, it's going in the same direction as the second, third, and fourth toe. Can't always trust your big toe. It gets a mind of its own. Okay? Let's turn the right palm up. Reach straight up without leaning back. Take the left hand down. It's not a side bend movement. As we inhale, We focus on lengthening the right side of the body straight up. Naturally, there'll be a contraction on the left side. Inhale into the upper right lung. Keep bending the right knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right hand to the right thigh. Extend the left hand out as if you're going to shake hands with someone. Turn your palm down. And now the thumb down. Bending at the elbow, knuckles to the low back. Breathe into your upper left lung and draw the left shoulder back, creating more of a twist. Hold it there. Keep breathing into your upper left lung. Every time we inhale, truly air is going into both lungs. However, the position of the body is going to create unique contractions around different parts of the lungs. The upper left lung right now is the path of least resistance for the breath. As you inhale, breathe into that space. If you want, keep the hand where it is. This is considered the safest position for the rotator cuff and neck. Alternatively, you could experiment with taking the hand out and up, holding on to helium balloons, big inhale, or palm towards the front of the room and reach it over without a side bend. Inhale, reach. Push hard into the outer part of your left foot and continue to pull up and back with the left shoulder. Let's stay there one more breath. Big inhale, bigger exhale. Taking the left hand down to the hip, pushing off with the right hand. We're bending our right knee. This part is tricky. Lift the left heel. Pivot on your foot, moving the foot, knee, and left hip all at the same time to the front of the mat. You're in a lunge. Step it forward. Mountain position. Yes. Good. How y'all feeling? You good? Okay, let's see what happens when we squeeze the liver. On that side now. Love it. Inhaling, arms overhead. Stepping our right foot back. Maybe a short stride to begin. I'll show you how to safely transition this. Let's bend the left knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lift the right heel. Open to the right edge of the mat, swiveling the feet. I began with a shorter foundation. So look, I already have heel to arch. If you start with your right leg too far back, it usually gives you heel to heel. And then you have to do the thing with your left foot. And you have to move it. Opening up. Let's check out the alignment. Outer edge of the right foot aligned with the short edge of the mat behind us. Bending the left knee. Knee goes in the direction of second, third, and fourth toe. Right leg is straight, but the knee is not locked out. Micro bend. Left knee is bent, pressing out slightly. Remember to smile. Inhale. Relax your right hand down. Take the left palm up and reach it straight up to the sky. As you're lengthening up through that left hand, big inhale, reach up. Breathe into your upper left lung. Big inhale. Keep lunging, bending the left knee. Inhale again. Exhale, left hand onto the left thigh. Reach the right arm out. Palm down, thumb down. Hinge at the elbow. Inhale, upper right lung. Drawing the right shoulder back. Keep pressing your left knee out. You're stretching what's called a spiral line of fascia. It's some cool stuff. It's a connecting tissue that goes from the inside of your left foot to the inside of your knee. up to the left groin, and then it jumps all the way across to your right chest. So these connecting tissues look like shoelaces that are crisscrossed. So the muscles contract in to protect your body, keep you safe. If you want, reach that right arm out, keep bending the left knee. Reach up without a side bend, push into the thigh, inhale, breathe into the upper right lung. Option to take the arm overhead so that if we move our ear a little bit up to the arm, our ear would touch the bicep. Push hard into your right foot. Inhale, continue to pull up and back through the right shoulder, breathing in that upper right lung. 2 more breaths here. Big inhale in through the nose. Exhale, you can always blow out birthday candles or whistle. When you're ready, slowly take right hand to the hip from wherever you are. Push off the left leg. Look towards your left foot, lift the right heel. Hip, knee, and foot move as one unit to a lunge. Push off the foot and come to mountain position. Wow, that was a lot of stuff going on there. A lot of like dissected mechanics. Let's take our block from the most upright position at the top of your mat. Look down at the block and give the body a little bit of time to establish where it feels safest in tapping the block. Let's do a few taps, just a few. Tap, tap. The higher the block, chances are the more we're going to need to lift from this inner hip joint to hinge effectively from the knee and reach the block with our toe. If this is feeling uncomfortable, listen to your body. Lower it down. I know sometimes we say, here's the easiest, and we work to the hardest. Today I was like, here's the hardest possible thing we can do. Let's see. Let's just see. Why not? The height of the block, the comfort with the height of the block will usually be dependent on the proportions of your bodies and what's comfortable for you. So really there's no easier or harder with this. Find any height you want. Let's take our toe onto the block and push into the ball of the foot. Last week, when we worked with Chakra 1, we talked about the foundation of the body and the nerves in the low back and hips. They go from the lumbar spine, SI joint, sciatic nerve, largest nerve in the body, runs down your leg, branches out. Ball of the foot is one of those branches. So this is to help stabilize your low back and hips. Soften your right knee or whatever leg is straight, soften that supporting leg. And now try to hinge your hips back again. If the hips aren't moving, bend the standing leg more, lean forward and push the hips back. Option to take the hands out to the side. Imagine you're holding onto a broomstick, like a tightrope walker. Or reach the arms behind you. This is known as an airplane pose or adapted warrior 3 position. If you're taking the pose of airplane is taking off, not coming down for a landing. Okay, so what happens is sometimes the spine does this. 1, 2, 3, surprise. Lifting. Inhale into your heart, big breath in. If you want, try lifting your foot off that block. So we started with a toe tap to lift the foot. It's an ankle muscle, dorsiflexion. Don't forget to smile. That's the advanced version. How do I get better at yoga? Can you smile through it the whole time and not clench your jaw or your butt? That's how you get better at it, yoga. When you're ready, toe tap, stand up, and relax. Shake it up. Because your whole body was probably tense. Good stuff. All right, let's try the other side. Whatever leg you haven't done, tap a few times. It can be a different height from left to right. Our bodies are not symmetrical by any means. We don't even have the same organs on both sides of the body. So it's not that one side is better than the other. It's just different. Eventually, placing the ball of the foot on the block and taking some time to feel it. Shift forward, push down. Let's give our bodies time to fully interpret what is the object? How much support is it lending to me? What muscles may need to be recruited to maintain balance? Bend the standing leg a little bit. Ooh, about the standing leg. Most women tend to turn their foot way out. It starts in adolescence. It's called a acute ankle. The ligaments change when you hit puberty in your hips. To strengthen this, try to turn your toe more forward. It doesn't have to go from this to this overnight. In fact, that's kind of violent to your body. Just a little bit. Bending that standing leg, lifting the heel, push the ball into the block, flip the hips back. Tightrope walker, Cirque du Soleil tryouts. Act surprised, 1, 2, 3. Stay there, reach back. Shoulders pressing towards your hips. You're hugging your kidneys. Woo. Big inhale into the chest, big breath. Exhale. 2 more, inhale, exhale. If you want, lift your toe. Dorsiflexion with the foot. There's a tap and there's a flex. You can tap and flex or hold it. It's kind of like the Karate Kid, but it's not. Get down low. When you're ready, slowly take the foot to the floor and stand and shake it off. Wow, that was so good. That was great. Okay, let's practice getting down to the floor. Taking our block into the most upright position at the top of the mat. Getting kind of close to the block. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to the thighs. Squat. Keep one hand on your left thigh, put the other hand from the right hand, put the right hand on the block. Left hand stays on the left thigh. Step your right foot back. Start bending both knees, coming down to the floor with a kneeling lunge. Both hands onto the block. Walk the left foot back. Keep the hands on top of the block. Press the hips back towards the heels, keeping the hands elevated. This is to work with strengthening the shoulders, shoulder flexion. Allow your head to hang loose. Shake your head yes, and turn your head left and right. Practice a long exhale here. Big inhale, bigger exhale. Completely let it all go. Big inhale, exhale. The practice of letting go is known as aparigraha. Aparigraha. Before we think to ask for anything, to receive anything in our lives, what do we need to let go of to make space? Big inhale, bigger exhale. Let's take the block down into the lowest position. Extending the arms forward. You can come down onto your elbows if it's more comfortable. We're shifting forward and hovering over the block. Inhale, hips go back, push down into your hands or elbows, coming into cow. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under without clenching. Relax your head, moving into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more set. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Pressing into the hands, let's all straighten the arms, take our block off to the side of the mat. We'll walk our knees and feet in close to touching. Sway your feet to the left, walk your hands to the right, and come to side seated. From here, take your top left leg and extend it out straight. If your block is in the way, take it off to the side a little more. Inhale, bring the left arm up. Exhale, twist to the right. As you twist to the right and begin to lower the right arm, lift your left hip, rotate your toe and your entire leg bone in. This can be done with more of a bent knee. Hands are flat to the floor. This floor is filthy, man. No distractions, it's yoga. All right, exhale, lower down, 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 down. Keep your right hand on the floor. Inhale, press up, left arm up, open, like you're painting the sky, palm up, and look behind you. Inhale, bring it up, big breath in. Exhale, rotate, come down. Inhale, right arm, left arm up, left arm up. Reposition the left hip, bring it back. Reach behind you. And now push off the right hand and come to center. Nice, okay, let's switch legs. Right leg extension, left foot in. Left hand on the outside of the left hip. Inhale, right arm up. Oh, another thing, flex your foot. It'll protect your knee joint. Big inhale. Exhale, lift the hip, rotate towards the left, and then slowly lower down. Left hand stays. Inhale, right arm up, and open, rotate the hip. Inhale up to center. Exhale around. Inhale, come up. Rotate the right hip back to center. Push off the left hand. And then relax down. Let's extend both legs forward. Find the yoga block, have it really close by. We might want to use it. Let's scoot to the top edge of the mat, like a dog dragging its butt. All these like, advanced anatomical cues, and then you tell someone, drag your butt like a dog, and they go, I can do that. I can do that. All right, and from here, hands are forward, walking the hands back, the fingers are facing the hips. Let's bend our knees. If you want, come down onto your elbows for this. There's no reason to put excess strain on the wrist. Whether you're on your hands or your elbows, take a look at your knees and feet and make it so that they are the same distance as your hips. Lift your toes a little bit, and when you pull your heels back, notice you'll get a shift on your sacrum. We want to make sure that bone, that triangular bone near the buttocks is flat. So as you pull back, you're shifting forward, traction. Now push the ball of your foot down, keep your toes spread out, especially you, Gloria. And then lift your hips. I promise you can do this. It's just the mechanics. It's the mechanics. And this is working with shoulder extension. So we just did shoulder flexion. Now we're doing extension to strengthen the rotator cuff. So things to look for. We want the elbow and the shoulder to be in a straight line because that is one bone, the humerus bone. If that is not in a straight line, that funky angle can affect muscle support and nerves and cause pain. Palms need to be down, fingers facing your feet. Lift the toes, pull back a little bit on the heels. Press into the balls of the feet, keep the toes lifted. Squeeze your inner thighs. Imagine the yoga block is there, or put it there. On the count of 3, you're going to inhale and lift. Exhale all the way. 1, 2, 3, and lift. Okay. And then we all said, amen. Okay.
That hurt your elbow, or mine.
It can. It can. So, you know, other things you can try, use your blankets, use your supports, your props. You can even roll in the side of your mat to get extra cushioning. Roll in the side of the mat to get extra cushioning. Yeah, we have to try it a few times. It's new, so sometimes it's about just kind of tweaking things. Now, after we do it, like I would say 4, 5, 6 times, if your body is still saying no, then listen to your body. But sometimes trying a new yoga pose takes a little repetition. Toes up, dig into the heels, pull the heels back. You can try using the block like what I'm doing. I'm using the block so that I have more inner thigh, pelvic floor, spine muscles engaged. You can keep your toes up if you want even. You don't have to put them down. There's something to the foot position too. Push down into your heels if you want. Press your shoulders away from your ears. Breathe into the center of your chest. When you're ready, lower down. Okay. Take the block away from the thighs, off to the side. We're all letting our knees sway left and right. Oh, look, we have 7 minutes. You better hurry up and relax. All right, when you're ready, let the knees roll all the way over to one side and come into any side lying position. From here, we're rolling over onto our backs for final relaxation. The block can be used underneath the head. If you'd like to keep the head a little more lifted, it will keep the chin more in towards the chest. This is known as a throat block. Sometimes when we do chin to chest, the mind gets calmer, a little more calm. Notice where your body wants to be. Although it may seem like relaxation pose is the most unanimous place to go at the end of a class, you could come up to seated. You could roll to your side. You could lie down on your belly. What's most important is that we get the body out of the way so that we can deal with the mind stuff. Let's begin the practice of a 3-part breath. Something that we practiced when we began class today. With this 3-part breath, perhaps feel that the body receives the breath through the soles of the feet. So we may observe the breath approaching us like a wave of orange light moving towards the soles of the feet. And as we inhale, this wave of the breath washes over the legs, moving into the abdomen, all the way up to your heart and chest, maybe even to the eyebrows. And then as we exhale, we feel the breath drop down and out from the hips, pulling out of the feet. This breath moves much like water, much like waves that would roll into the shore. And then as they recede, there is a feeling of a pulling out from the body. Inhaling, wave of the breath, orange light, moving in the belly, up to the eyebrows. Exhale, the breath receding, pulling out from the hips and the soles of the feet. The sound that is used to balance the energy of the hips and chakra 2 is VAM. It's the very middle of the bottom lip. This is one of the acupressure points that we relax to soften through the hips and pelvis. And if we were to create the audible sound of VAM, you would need to bring your teeth down to the very middle of your bottom lip to that acupressure point. You're welcome to mouth the sound a few times, noticing the acupressure point, and then maybe coming to a still point with the middle of the bottom lip relaxed. Continuing to tune into the flow, to the rhythm of the breath, and perhaps even adopting a feeling of buoyancy, the ability to float effortlessly, the ability to rise above it all and float through life. When you're ready, deepen your breath and bring awareness to the breath as it comes in through the nose or the mouth, down into the lungs. Focus on fully emptying the lungs, full exhale, pause, and now a full inhale and pause. Exhale all the way. Inhale all the way. Small pause. Exhale, inhale seamless. with that seamless breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes to safely transition from lying down to seated. It's recommended first that we bend our knees and let the knees sway a little left and right. Moving slow so that our blood pressure stays happy. Roll over onto one side. Hold it there for at least a breath. Then use your top arm pushing down into the floor to come up to seated. Turning the palms up. We can hook the pinky of the ring fingers together in front of the pelvis region. So between the navel and the pubis bone, hooking your ring fingers together. Sitting nice and tall, shoulders pressing away from the ears with a little bit of pressure or tension. Big inhale, bigger exhale. Again. If you'd like to chant with me, we're chanting VUM. Take a big breath. VUM. From here, palms together, traditional closing gesture of namaste. Namaste. Let's go enjoy our beautiful day.
Thank you.
Next week is chakra 3.
How many?
Everybody who knows, everybody who knows goes. Chakra 3 is core work next week.
How many chakras are
We're doing the Hindu system with 7.
there?
Yeah, so class number 6, we combine 6 and 7. They're so close proximity. So next week, week 3, chakra 3 core work. That means make sure that you feel comfortable in your clothing. It's not what you think. It's not like a bunch of crunches. It's very different. It's not like that, but it is core work.
Yellow.
Yellow, yes. Yellow, gold. If you want to wear gold, represent chakra 3.
Should have worn orange
Thank you.
today.
Thank you. Thank you.
My friend, Jasmine.
Yes.
Was talking about her platform.
Uh-huh.
She wondered.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it off.